central bank losses. And some of them, you know them well, have already indicated and have already communicated to their parliaments or to the markets, because some of them can be public entities or can be owned by stakeholders that are not necessarily the state represented by government, have already gone public to indicate how much losses they will be generating and what will their capital look like. And each and every of those national central banks is going to have to look at its balance sheet, is going to have to look at its equity, and is going to have to operate on the basis of the legal framework and the governance that is applicable. It's going to be different whether you talk about the National Bank of Belgium, or whether you talk about Banca d'Italia, or whether you talk about the European Central Bank. So I don't have a sort of general framework that would apply to all of them, because they're all different in essence. But I think when you look at the at history and what has happened to other banks around the world, central banks can actually operate despite being in a loss position, and some of them have operated with negative equity as well. So clearly, each and every national central bank will have to comply with its set of rules and regulation, comply with its governance, and that's what will happen. My understanding is that at the moment, many of them have accumulated sufficient buffers or sufficient provisions in order to go through the current crisis. But as I said, each and every one of them is going to be different.
Thank you.
They have historically generated quite a bit of profit, so there is a rebalancing act in a way which is taking place now.
Thank you, President.